Hello, and welcome to another FAQ Monday. I am your host, Fluff, and today we are going to answer some questions, straighten out some things, and get to the bottom of all of this gobbledygook. That's what we're doing. First question. Thoughts on Bring Me the Horizon? Where they started till now? I have always loved Bring Me the Horizon. I first started listening to them when their first album came out, and a coworker came out to the car as I was gonna take him home, and he was like, "Hey man, you should really check out this band. They're so brutal." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, put it on." And they were a little extreme for me at the time, but I thought the songs were great, and I just kept listening to them. And they came out with Suicide Season, so on and so forth. And I really think they are a great example, like Thrice. Like, they are a great example of how a band could grow and grow up and mature their musical stylings while still sounding like the same band. It's really tough to do, and they've done it. They still sound huge. I recently went and saw them here in Seattle, and my man Joey and Lee from Bring Me the Horizon. Joey is Lee's guitar tech. They were nice enough to invite me out and to catch the show, and I got to see the live rig and got to hang out backstage and say hello to my dudes, and that was really awesome. And they put on a killer show to boot. So yeah, always good. Nothing ill to say about the Bring Me the Horizons. Do you need to know music theory to write songs? I don't know it, but my songs sound decent. I answered this question a few years ago, but I will answer it again because I feel it's kind of important. And my answer is this: you do not need to know musical theory to write great songs. Most of the songs, most of the huge hit #1 singles of all time, a good percentage of those were written by people who knew nothing about musical theory. However, musical theory will help you actualize and get out your musical thoughts in a more efficient way. And that's not to say you wouldn't get to point B just the same. You just have to maybe work 2 or 3 times as hard to get there. And that's just my opinion. A lot of people will probably argue with me about that, but that has been my experience in playing music for the last 23, 24 years. And I wish I knew a little bit more musical theory. I do know a little bit. I know where notes are on the strings. I just don't know scales and things like that, but I know chords, chord names, strings, string names, note names, just enough to get me by, and I don't feel like it hampers my songwriting anymore. It once did, but I have slowly learned enough and just simply have put in the time to not feel like I'm hampered when I write a song. But I never used to feel that way. I used to feel like it did hamper me. Definitely. So if you do have the time or the desire to learn any musical theory that you can, definitely do it. I wish I had learned more when I was younger. Did you go to college? What were you trying to major in? I did briefly go to college. So I graduated in July of 1999, and I then started community college at Green River Community College in Auburn. I started Green River Community College in September of 1999, and I went there for database and website design. Database management and website design, that was it. And the first class I had to take was database management. And that was basically living in Excel, and it was incredibly boring. And I didn't last long because the .com boom had kind of started to burst by then, and there was no more money in it suddenly, and it just didn't seem like a worthwhile thing to me at that time. And the one thing that does stick out in my mind, though, is I remember sitting down in class, and the very first day, the professor had said that him and his colleagues had found this really cool website that was better than Alta Vista called Google. And this is 1999. So I think Google had maybe been around a year by that time or something. I'm not sure, but I know it was really, really new, and it just seemed to find the search results better than Alta Vista did. We didn't know why, and I remember out loud exclaiming in the class, "That's the dumbest name I've ever heard. They're not gonna go anywhere." Boy, I didn't know anything then, did I? Or I don't know anything now either. But still, yeah, that's my funny Google story. But yeah, I went to college for a year and then just quit because what I was going for no longer was really a job, a good paying job. And now Fluff reads a tweet. If two vegetarians don't like each other, is it still considered beef? My suggestion for you this week is to check out this two-part video series, A Look Inside Shure Microphones. This is a really cool oral history and unlocking of the vault at Shure headquarters, showing you some really old microphones and kind of giving you a brief history of the Unidyne microphone and what really put Shure on the map back in the days where microphones were just in their infancy. It's a really, really cool look, historical retrospective on microphones and Shure in particular, and I thought you guys would just dig checking this out. All applicable links down below in the description. You've been wonderful. I have been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.